everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm excited to be sharing with you my new daily journal for 2024. I'm going to be using a Hemlock and Oak again, but before I share with you my setup and my new Hemlock and Oak, I wanted to do a flip through of my 2023 Hemlock and Oak daily journal. It's really important to me to share with you the flip through of something I completed. Well, I didn't complete this because I'm recording this in December, so I still have a few more days for December, but I kept up with it. As always, I've been journaling for 8, 9 years now. I'm not even sure, honestly, but I used all kinds of different planners and journals to journal daily. And every few years, I change it up a little bit. And in 2023, I decided to try the Hemlock and Oak and fell in love, and I've become obsessed. I want to show you how chunky this guy is. She's so pretty. I just really enjoyed working in this journal this year. And before I start flipping through this, I did want to mention that I do have a discount code. It is in the description box for you. It gives you 10% off your purchase. Now let's get to it. I added a sticker. I love the sticker. I believe I got it from Azari, which I will link her shop down below for you, but she's an amazing artist. And we're just gonna go ahead and jump into January's calendar. So for my calendars, I doodle, I add stickers, I stamp, I kind of choose one thing from that day to represent the day on my calendar. I think it's so fun, it's cute, and I just love it. I love seeing my calendars filled. So basically that's what I do each and every month. I have fun with this. I like to keep it bright, colorful, because it pushes me and motivates me to keep journaling every day. I add large titles, I add stickers, I stamp, I use my own handwriting. I just don't really put any kind of pressure on myself. Like, I don't look for perfection in my daily journal. It's all about documenting the day in writing. You could definitely add photos, but a lot of my projects, or I would say all my projects, are photo heavy, and I like to keep this space without photos because I have so many projects with photos. I like to keep this one more of, you know, using my stickers and words to represent what happened. And so that's why you'll see a lot of stickers and stamping and words. I also love my daily journal for another reason, is because I use my stash, especially my stickers. I have a lot of stickers. I love stickers. And so I like to use them in my daily journal because, you know, if I don't use them here, where am I going to use them? I also have digital collections that I make into sticker sheets and print those out as well. And those are fun because I tend to forget to use my digital collections. And so using them or making them into stickers really helps me feel better, because then I'm using those digital collections. And you'll see a lot of times that I cover up certain things. Those are just like little private moments. The rest is not private, honestly. I don't write anything that I don't want other people to read, because it's just my daily life. And it's just like, oh, I went to work, or I picked up the kids, or the kids went to school, or, you know, just basic routine. I also wanted to mention in Ramadan, I stamped out the numbers really big. It's kind of like a countdown in Ramadan. I really like that because it really helped the month of Ramadan stand out. And I also used these stickers. Well, it's a printable that I have in my Etsy shop, and I printed them on sticker sheet, cut them out, and added them to each day. And I really love how that turned out. I also do add my big words at the top, and sometimes I'll write them in Arabic. I do like to bring that into my daily journal as well. As you guys know, I'm Arab American, so I do know how to read and write Arabic, and I like to add that in my daily journal and in my projects. So one thing also that I wanted to mention, I was doing this time thing every once in a while. So I'd stamp out the time and just kind of journal about what I did at the time. And I really like that. I really want to do that more often in my 2024 journal, just because when I look back, it's nice to see a breakdown or a timeline of my day. That's a lot of fun. I didn't do it as much in my 2023, but I did it, enough, I guess. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I do want to do that more in 2024. I think was fun. And I have a lot of stamp sets that will help me do that, kind of do a timeline on my spread. But, oh, there's another one. See, it's just fun to see the breakdown of my day. It's Stitch's birthday, so we celebrated Stitch, and I just stamped that out. So around this time, Sabine's graduation, here it is, and graduation parties as well. You'll see that coming up in a little bit, but I just document all the things, and it doesn't have to be big moments. Like I said, it's simple moments like working and cleaning and things like that. We got to some parties here. So the week after, Sabine had a pool party for her friends, graduation party for the family, just little things like that. And I love looking through my daily journal because it really sparks joy for me. And also just flipping through it, I can see what we did throughout the year, or I did basically, because it's my daily journal. And I can remember a lot of these moments. And if I don't, I can read my journaling, which, by the way, my journaling is full of spelling mistakes. If you guys don't know, I am dyslexic, and I don't care. I don't care. Like, things don't have to be perfect. I have a lot of mistakes where I'll put a line through something that was totally off or totally wrong or didn't make sense, and I don't worry about fixing it. If you are looking for perfection, you will struggle with your daily journal. Don't look for perfection. Just have fun and enjoy it, and use your stash and use color. Let it brighten up your day. Don't overthink it. Don't think about the little mistakes. Nobody's going to notice it. You probably are watching me flip through this and didn't notice any mistakes, but there's a lot of mistakes in here. And so no one's going to notice it. You're not even going to notice it after a while. When you flip through this, it's just going to look beautiful to you. You're not going to look at those mistakes. I did want to mention, I added a picture here. This is using the Thermo printers. I've tried these printers so many times, and I've tried different brands. I don't think these printers are for me. As you can see, you can barely see what the photo is. It's lost everything. Look at that. So I'm not using those anymore. They are like receipt printers, so they kind of fade after a while. They rub off, and it's just not worth it for me. If I want to put a picture in here, I'm just going to print it on my Ivy Canon printer. But like I said earlier, I'm not focused on photos in this daily journal, just because I have photos in all my other projects. I don't need it here too. Sometimes if it's a special photo or a special moment, maybe I'll add one, but I'm not worried about it. I also love these larger stickers to add in the corner on those days where I don't have much to say, or maybe I want to add more color or want to add something big in that space. I'll use those stickers. I have loads of them. I get them from Etsy, get them from all kinds of different places. Oh, and Stationery Pal as well. You'll see a lot of layouts like this where I'm documenting hard moments where we've lost a family member, a friend. We had a lot of those this year, a lot of them, sadly. And I had to cover that up because that was really hard to write out. But I always say this, your life is not perfect, and you're going to go through hardship throughout the year. And it's important to write it down because you don't want to look through your journal or your projects and just remember the good times. You do also want to remember the hard times, the tough times where you had your family around you, where you had love and prayer. So it's very important to me to document all of it. I did want to mention at some point, I started drawing out my book covers. So when I start a book, I start drawing it out, and I actually really enjoyed it. Now, the book covers aren't perfect. Here's another one. There was a lot of like mistakes. They don't look great, but I really liked doing that. Doing this, I decided that I'm going to do it in 2024 because it's a great way for me to practice drawing, even if it's not the best drawing, but it's a great place for me to practice drawing. This is actually a happy moment. My cousin got engaged, so I wanted to journal about that, but it's personal, so I covered it up. But look at this, like I get better and better as I go, and I did it for the rest of the year. And like I said, just doing that pushed me to try it in 2024 in my reading journal. So you will see, hopefully, in a few months, how I'm going to draw out my own book covers in my reading journal. Now, the tough ones, the really hard ones, I might just go ahead and print out the cover. But for the simpler ones, I'm going to try it myself. So anyways, we are at the end of October, and I was documenting here the Arab Festival. We do this every year. It's a whole weekend, and I love it. So I kind of dedicated those 2 pages for that. And then in October, this happened. And so after that, all my calendars were all representing Palestine. I didn't finish this yet, but at the end of this month, it will just be watermelon or watermelons. And so there's a lot going on here. We lost my cousin. He was very young, very kind, very loved, and he passed away, and I kind of documented that. And so in October and beyond, every day I talked about Palestine. So you'll see it a lot throughout my journal for the next few months. I integrated it within my daily life. And so there's a lot of it, you guys, sadly. Anyways, I just really enjoyed my daily journal this year. I love how it turned out, and I do not regret moving into a Hemlock and Oak daily. I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to fill up this whole space, but I definitely recommend to use your big stamps, use your big alphas, use some stickers, and believe me, it doesn't take long to fill it out. It looks overwhelming, but once you add little sections, like if you section it out and you focus on the stories, but also throw in some stickers and stuff, it fills out really quickly. You'll be surprised. So anyways, I am almost done. So we're in November, and we're going to jump into December soon. And once I'm done with my flip through, I wanted to share with you my 2024 Hemlock and Oak and what I'm going to be using for 2024. I'm sticking to the daily as well because I really love this one. I just like having everything in one journal because I believe the undated is 2 journals. By the way, this is my pencil board. It's an old Hobonichi one. I use it to add behind my pages here because it's getting really hard to stamp or to journal on this side. So I use that. It comes in handy. But anyways, what I was saying is I'm going to use a dated. So we'll talk about that in a second. I'll share it with you. But as you can see, I'm up to date. I think I'm going to stop here because the next spread, is for a creative team project that I can't share yet. But anyways, it's looking great. I love how it turned out. Not many pages left till the end of the year, and I'll be done with it, and we'll start a new year, and I'm so excited for it. But anyways, I wanted to share with you my 2024, and I will set up my 2024 daily journal as well with you. It's not going to be anything like crazy or exciting. I'm just going to keep it really simple for the video. But hopefully throughout the year, I'll share with you some daily journaling, hopefully, fingers crossed, and give you some inspiration on how to put together a layout in your daily journal. So let's get to it. Let me share with you my new daily journal. Okay, so actually, before I start with my 2024 Hemlock and Oak daily journal, I wanted to share with you the 2024 weekly planner. So this is beautiful. The color is gorgeous. I love everything about this. I decided to grab the 2024 weekly planner dated because I think I'm going to use this as my creative journal. I got this idea from the wonderful Julie from Plan to Create. She does a creative journal, and I did it this year. I've shared it with my members, the Peaches, and I really, really enjoyed it. I used a undated weekly, but I think I'm going to use for 2024 a dated weekly. I think it will be easier for me. It's going to be fun. I love how my creative journal turned out using the weekly. And I think this is going to be much easier as well because I was stamping the dates in 2023 in my undated. It didn't have the little calendar in the corner, which I really wanted. So it's going to be fun to change it up. I took apart mine because that's what Julie did. And so I literally just did what Julie did and put it on discs. But I think this year I'm going to keep it intact because I do love this cover. It's so beautiful. And I will decide as I work through it. If it gets too chunky and hard to work in, I will put it on discs. But if it works out and I like how it is and how it looks, and I'm not like getting frustrated with the bulk, I will just take it apart and put it on discs. But I wanted to share that with you before I shared with you my daily journal. Alrighty, so let's take a look at my daily journal. She is beautiful and she is very, very green. Obviously, I got the green tabs to go with it. And she's beautiful. And if you're not familiar with the Hemlock and Oak, they do send a guide for your tabs so you can kind of lay it down on your page so you can kind of figure out where to add your tabs, which is nice. And this is my daily. I love the green. It is just gorgeous. Let's take this baby off. By the way, I do have a discount code for Hemlock and Oak. I do have it in the description box for you. You get 10% off your purchase. And so if you're thinking of grabbing one of these beauties, I recommend to use my discount code for that fun 10% off discount. But it is just so pretty and white and new. Like, I want to share a comparison. Look at this. My 2023 started out like this, and look at it now. It is so used and loved, and I love that. And it's so much chunkier, but that shows you the love that I put into that journal. Now, so for 2024, they made some slight changes. They're not huge changes, but slight changes. So they sized down on the intentions section. This section I was using to add my big title, and then the focus section as well is smaller. So for 2024, because this is a smaller space, and what I've learned through working in my own daily journal is I was using this top space for my large title and this for the day of the week. So what I'm going to do is drop my big title because I already used some big titles in here and I feel like it's just too much going on, maybe. I'm going to try it. If it works, great. If I miss it, I'll go back to it. But what I was thinking is I'm going to drop my big title and use this space for the days of the week because this is smaller now. And I have some really nice days of the week stamps that won't fit in this space anymore. Like they're just bigger and I don't get to use them. So I think I'm going to use that for the days of the week. And this space here, I haven't decided yet. It's either going to be a sticker, maybe it can be a word, Maybe it can be the weather. I'm so bad at keeping up with the weather. Like I've tried before to track the weather in my journals and stuff, and I fail at it. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided, but I think I know I'm gonna use the space for the days of the week. So we shall see how that goes. My calendar is going to be the same. I'm going to be stamping the month, and then the calendar is just going to be doodles, stickers, just something that represents the day. So basically, I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing in 2023 because it was working. And I'm just going to change that little space up, and that's about it. For now, that's my plans. And so I decided that I'm going to set up my 2024 Hemlock and Oak journal with you. And I'm going to add my tabs. We're going to stamp out the month, maybe stamp the days of the week as well for January, get it all set up. I will not be adding like stickers and things like that yet, because as you guys know, I do add the stickers and the journaling afterwards because I'm documenting my day. Anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to put you on fast forward and voiceover, and we're gonna start with adding my tabs. Okay, let's start setting up my 2024 daily journal. So I'm gonna start with the tabs, and I'm using the guide to help me add the tabs. The guide really helps. I did take my time, worked out fine. This year, I decided that I'm gonna move my tabs closer to the edge of my page. Last year, they were sticking out a lot, like I added them literally to the tip of the page, and they didn't hold up very long. And honestly, I didn't like how much they were sticking out. So this year, I moved them closer to my page or the edge of the page, and they're still sticking out a tiny bit, but not as much as 2023's journal. So I'm happy that I did that because I think they actually look much better. And once I'm done adding my tabs, I'll share how it looks when you hold up the notebook. Anyways, I did edit out a lot of this because it's pretty boring watching me adding tabs to my journal. But once I'm done adding my tabs, I'm going to move on to my calendar. So I'm done adding my tabs and they look so good. I'm so happy that I decided to stick them closer to the edge of my pages than them sticking outside of the notebook, if that makes sense. Look at the difference between 2023's and 2024's. It's going to last longer and it looks much better. Anyways, you live and learn basically. I'm moving on to my calendar, and this year I decided I'm going to use this beautiful alpha stamp from Carrie Bradford. I believe it's called the Iris Alpha. I'm not sure if it's still available. If it is, I will link it in the description box for you. I'm going to go with black ink. Last year I was using more of an outline alpha and then coloring it in. But this year, I'm gonna go with black ink throughout the whole year because my calendars always turn out very colorful and very busy. I wanted to keep the calendar as simple and basic as possible before I start doodling and adding stickers. So with this large, beautiful alpha, it's going to look very pretty on the side, and hopefully it doesn't interfere with my doodles and my stickers once I fill out my calendar, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but honestly, that's what's going through my mind at this point. Anyways, once I stamp out January, I'm going to grab some washi. I just felt like adding a basic, pretty plain washi to the sides would help it pop a little bit, but not interfere with my, doodles at the end of the month. Anyways, I might change up my calendar a little bit and not use so many different colors when I doodle and add stickers. I might try to stick to 2 or 3 colors so they can all match. Anyways, let's move on to the days of the week. So right when I started, I made a huge boo-boo. I thought it starts on January 1st, but actually this year they started December 31st. So I put Monday in the wrong spot for my first day, and I'll figure it out when I come to stamp out Tuesday. And I caught it really quickly. Thank God that I caught it, because I always make sure to look at the day before I stamp it, just in case so I don't mess up basically. But I catch it pretty quickly and I fix it, and you'll see in a little bit how I fix that. But I am using another Carrie Bradford Days of the Week stamp set. I love this stamp set, and I don't get to use it as much just because it's longer and it doesn't fit a lot of my projects, but it fits this one and I'm so excited for it. Here's where I'll notice while I'm stamping Tuesday that I stamped Monday in the wrong spot. So what I end up doing is I will grab some sticker paper, stamp Sunday, trim it out and cover up my boo-boo. I don't mind things like this. I know a lot of people lose their mind when this happens, but for me, it's not a big deal. Like, it's fixable. Nobody's gonna notice. You guys probably just noticed because I told you, but if I just went on and just kept stamping, you would have never noticed this boo-boo. So I'm just gonna use my sticker paper and cover it up and move on from it, you know, no big deal. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep stamping the days of the week in my bigger box. So I switched it around for 2024. I'm using my larger box for the days of the week. And then for the box on the left, I think I'm gonna try to document or track the weather. This is something that I've always wanted to do, but it's so hard for me to keep up with. And I'm gonna try it. I think it would be really nice to see the weather, how it changed from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. So I'm gonna go for it. I will track the weather in that left side corner, and hopefully I can keep up with it and hopefully remember to jot down the weather every single day. But anyways, I'm almost done. I'm just going to finish up stamping the days of the week. And once I'm done with that, my journal is ready for 2024. I'm so excited for it. But as always, I do have everything linked in the description box for you. Don't forget, I do have a discount code with Hemlock Oak. You use my discount code, you get 10% off your next purchase. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.